Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on a pretty challenging defense today. This one is going to require me to cut quite a bit of this out, so I'm going to have to do this one in post also, because this is a monstrosity, man. This is just, this is like, you know those armor balls? Those stall armor balls? This is kind of like that, but with less armored units. This is just Ike plus Attune Sita. Basically, here's the two strongest units in the game, try to beat me. And that's basically what this is. And this is going to be really, really tough. I don't think I have any teams that can just thoroughly defeat this. There was the option of trying to go with one of the teams that had the new duo Robin, but dual Robin into that Sita with godlike reflexes,
I'll get us there.
guard. That doesn't sound like fun. That does not sound like a fun time, especially with Hortensia there, who's going to be debuffing me. Fatal Smoke 4 on this Ike is going to be a huge pain because it means that I don't heal, but he does. And then the Supreme Heaven here with the Ike ring.
What shall we do?
This is not going to be a fun time. I have sort of a plan here. Basically, I'm going to be depending on Baby Golvig here, who is going to be hopefully the MVP.
Reporting for duty.
Hopefully I get to lock some units and just get to figure it out one by one, because I'm going to let out Embla and then see who comes down.
For all
And then
life on
Gatekeeper
land.
here is going to stop the warping, because you saw there that Hortensia has the Attune skill, which I didn't know that she was able to run. I was considering giving that to my Hortensia as well, but she is... I thought that she couldn't run the X skill, the one that Ivy has that gives warping, but apparently she can. So I mean, whatever. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. Then also, there's just a lot of warping on this team, which is why another reason I bought this one, because this is the only team that I have. No, there's one more, but there's no range units on that could have potentially taken down Ike. But yeah, this is the only team that I have with Gatekeeper to kind of control the warping, because there's going to be so much warping here, or there would have been so much warping here, that there's no way I could have done this with the Ike team, because guaranteed that one of my units would have gotten sniped. Somebody would have gotten behind Ike and taken out one of my support units, and that would have been pointless. And then there's also Tina here, who would have been stealing my buffs and giving it to Ike. You don't want to be making these units any stronger than they already are, is pretty much what I'm saying. So this team has the least amount of buffs and the most support. So that's why I went with this one. Gatekeeper here being the key in pretty much everything that's going to be going on here. He's going to be doing a lot of work, but you won't notice all the work that he's doing. But he's doing a whole lot. He's going to be doing a whole lot. I really want to see about getting these units as far away from dual Byleth as I possibly can, because that allows me to try to get some hits in with Baby Golvig. The more hits I can get in with Baby Golvig, the better. So that's really another part of the plan.
For all life.
But ultimately, this is going to take forever, because as you can see, nothing happened on that first turn. I'm going to have to bait out, and I can't take out this I'm getting debuffed by Hortensia as well. There's just so much going on here, and it is very, very difficult to get all of this done in one turn. The option would have been to use Ike, but I just don't... Ike versus Ike isn't the matchup that I want. And I don't think Ike would have taken out this Sheeta, because what would have happened is that Sheeta just kept looping her godlike reflexes, and Ike would not have been able to kill her, because he wouldn't have been able to hit through the DR, non-pierceable DR that godlike reflexes offers. So either Sheeta would have attacked, or Ike would have attacked, and if the enemy Ike attacked, then I wouldn't have been able to heal because the Fatal Smoke would have just prevented me from healing, so I would have lost that matchup eventually. Plus they have Hortensia there for healing, or even Tina there for healing, so it would just been a battle of attrition that I would have lost eventually because I would have had no way to get through the front line, which would have been those two melee units. And then the warping on top of it. I could have possibly tried to figure out how to snipe a kill with
For all life on land, am I
Baby
needed?
Robin, but that would have been a lot of work. So this is the only other option.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna go ahead and bait this Embla. She won't be able to warp down, so that's what I'm banking on here. And then from there, let's see if I can get the shutdown on Ike. Maybe I think he has too much res, but somebody's gonna end up in that position, and I'm gonna see what I can do with that based off of whatever happened. This Hortensia, the range on her effect is really annoying. Yeah, it's really annoying. So I'm just gonna see what I can do from here. Let's see, Embla should move, and then what else is gonna happen? The only thing that they're getting is no follow-up on the enemy team from me. They're getting a couple of other things as well, but no follow-up is the main thing. The other thing is protection against AoEs, which Gato has, but I don't have any AoE options here on my team, so... Okay... Alright, so we get enemy Kvaser, so that's nice.
As you say.
And we can possibly get Tina here.
Let us bless them.
Okay. Alright, so the choices here were to take on Ike, and no, as you can see, that is not possible. Can't control, it's also bad for me. And I can't take out Kvaser because of the far save. The shuffle there, the cancel one, really was a pain to deal with because it kept moving the units that I wanted to shut down out of position. It would have been good to get Baby Golvig's effects on dual Byleth because that would have allowed me to get the kill. Trap Gamble. So that trap's real. So, but it will be nice to get Tina off the board at least because that is one less debuff to deal with. And then the second unit would be Hortensia. Turn 3, and I already have limited options in terms of trying to close this out.
Where to today?
Maybe this way.
Alright, so backing out is really, was really the best choice here since not much I could have done to... I was hoping to get either Tina or someone else just to come down to a position that I could potentially snipe. Since I don't have extra movement or anything like that. I could have attempted to bait Tina with Sita, but I didn't want to get doubled, because getting doubled would have meant that she would have died, so avoided that option there. This Sita is actually really good with the Unity effect, which is kind of something that most people forget sometimes, that she does have that legendary Marth effect, where she gets the Unity if she is debuffed. Now the lineup here was actually pretty bad, but it was able to at least give me Tina, which is the unit that I wanted to take out the most. And then after that, if I could get Byleth off the board, it would allow me to activate my duo skill, which is really what I'm banking on to get the win against Ike eventually. And also it starts to give me some options from range if I'm able to get Byleth off the board. Or at least I'll be able to check the damage calculations to see what's going on. But from here, I am going to get Tina off the board, and then I'm going to get Kvaser off the board as well.
As you say.
The debuff from Hortensia is really being a pain because it's really affecting my ability to run the strategy that I want to run with Baby Golvig, which is to shut down units. But because she's getting debuffed, it's affecting her ability to meet the res check, even though I have Phantom Res, which is something that I didn't consider before going into the match, that Hortensia would have been debuffing me this much. I keep thinking that Baby Golvig's effect is start a turn, so that would prevent her from that would prevent the debuff from mattering. In the sense that her stats won't, it's not going to compare her stats, or at least this is what I'm thinking, it's not going to compare her stats after she gets debuffed. It's always going to be before, but that's not the case. It happens after the debuff, which sucks, because basically it means that she has like 40 res when after the debuff she has like 40 something res. Whereas before she has visible 56, 59, somewhere around there, which would have made it a lot easier to end the actions of these units. Okay, so from here, you definitely got to get moving because it's only 2 turns left. I want to get Hortensia off the board, so I took the play knowing that this trap was real, because what I'm going to do is get the dance off here. And then what this is going to do is allow me to meet the res checks more consistently, especially because I have Phantom Res. And also, it is going to help me with the speed matchup against Attuned Cheetah, or the enemy Cheetah. And I get Gale Force off, which allows me to then escape. I don't have to enter any combats here with Nerthus. So from here, I'm just trying to figure out where is best to go, because I don't want them to be forced to come down this lane, because as you can see, the enemy team has been moving very, very slowly. And that's downside because I'm stopping them from warping. Because if they were in my face, it would have been a lot more difficult to get this map to its close. This here was a genius play that I got. Like, I was just staring at this for at least 15 minutes. I was like, oh, whoa, I can warp over here with Peony, which I didn't think of initially. So I was able to finally get the ranged unit off the board. And this is from here, I basically won the game. Once Byleth is off the board, there's no more dual units, and it's now safe for me to go in with Baby Golvig, so I can start attacking them from range. The problem here is the enemy team, or the enemy AI, has reposition equipped, and I didn't anticipate the reposition play that you're going to see, which totally throws my entire plan for turn 6, or totally threw my entire plan for turn 6. So we're going to set up here for turn 6 in mind to try to close this out, as well as to try to get some damage calculations on the board. And I'm just going to close this off, or at least close out this turn by repositioning Gatekeeper here, and then I got to position Nerthus somewhere that she can be helpful for the following turn. She's mostly already done everything that I've needed for her to do. The gravity was a big plus to stop Ike. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I also needed to get rid of the enemy healing tower, because allowing them to heal is going to be a big pain in the following turns. Once I start doing damage, let's say I miss a kill, it's going to be a problem. So I also needed to get rid of the enemy healing tower. I may have been able to do it on that turn, but I was considering the fact that if I moved forward, Sita would have warped and killed Nerthus, so it really wouldn't have been worth it for me. The only other play would have been to have Nerthus cancel beside Sita, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. So that's what you see happening here. I'm just trying to figure out where to put Nerthus, because I also want her to be transformed so that she gets the +2 attack from being transformed, as well as the additional tempo. Was it tempo, or, well, you can see the weapon effects from there that she gets when she's transformed. So I was just trying to figure out where it would be best to place her. Given the fact that it's looking like it's not going to be an option to have her be solo, I just ended up putting her here where she'd be able to utilize the reposition to its maximum effect. That play I did not expect the AI to do because it it really shut me down. I wanted to go in and attack Ike with Sita, but yeah, that really shut me down. So this is where I'm like, what am I going to do from this point on? Because one, I need to get rid of the healing tower, which is why I made this play with Gateau. And two, I wanted to see the matchup against Sheeta. This is disappointing. I expected to outspeed, but because I am debuffing them with Baby Golvig's B skill, Speed, Res, Sabotage, the unity effect that they have is enough to match speed with my Sita, which is unfortunate.
I'll get us there.
I mean, just looking at all the support I have, I'm very surprised that they were still able to, or their Sita was still able to match speed with my Sita, but that's just how it goes. So, decision time. So, do I go in with Baby Golvig? Because either I use the dual skill here, or I just try to get an attack off. So I decided to break the healing tower because I'm going to attack. Because as you can see here, she doesn't die. So all I need to do is just reposition out of threat's range or just cancel back one out of threat's range with Baby Golvig so that she can heal back up to full health for the following turn. The damage here will stick since the healing tower is not or is broken, so I won't have to worry about that in the following turn. And since she doesn't outspeed my Sita, I'm assuming she will attack and heal maybe 7. Godlike Reflexes here, just reducing pretty much all the damage that you're seeing here to nothing pretty much. Which is what would have happened if I had went into that matchup with Ike. Also, the guard there coming in clutch as well. I wasn't able to get the iceberg off, which would have done a ton of damage.
Am I needed?
From here, I may have made a mistake with the cancel one back because it means that Nerthus isn't going to be able to reposition, but I can still reposition with Gatekeeper here, which is what I do end up doing. And I still got the heal off. And also it puts her into a position where the dual skill that she has will still be able to affect the majority of the units on the team that I have here. Choice here whether I want to attack or not. She actually heals off of me attacking, so it might not be for the best. Ultimately, what I wanted to do here is remove Ike's support, because if Ike is solo, it means that his
reporting for duty
finish skill isn't going to be in effect, and he's going to have less defensive bulk,
For all life on land.
which makes it easier for me to take him out from range, because the more defense he has, the more defense and attack he has, the more likely he is to get the kill on any unit that's initiating. He's a lot weaker when he's solo. Same can go for the Sita as well. If I'm able to take out either one of them, it's going to be for the better, or just better for me if I'm able to take out either one of them. This is do or die time because it's turn 7, so I pop the dual skill. If I wasn't able to get any of these skills, then the match is over right here. And as you can see, we get the kill.
On our way.
Which is absolutely amazing. We get both kills, and from here I am able to win the match. We take out the Sita because, I mean, why not? And also solo, so it's going to be a lot easier to take out Ike. I almost forgot to take out the pot here as well.
I'll get us
At this point, I am extremely proud that I actually pulled for that Baby Golvig. She's proven to be quite a lifesaver. This dual button is just so good. In every game mode that I use it in, it's just such a great dual button.
Maybe
And yeah,
way.
the fact that she can take out Ike is just fantastic. So yeah, I'm very happy that I pulled for her. I was also contemplating whether or not I should swap out her A skill, but as you can see, as you saw earlier in the match there, the whole reason that she survived against that Sita was because she had that A skill equipped. So yeah, more reasons to keep it around. But GG's, man. That was a really, really annoying match to play, but we were able to get out with the win in the end. See you in the next one.